Hi, welcome to 100% LCFC with me, Phil Holloway, and I'm here with Owen.
Yes, you certainly are.
Good to see you, Owen. Well, we thought we'd just have a very quick chat about Villa's game on Sunday, and we'd wanted to set the competition this week on 100% LCFC, which is, as ever, predict who's going to score the first goal and what the final score is going to be, Owen. So it's a big game on Sunday for Leicester in many ways.
It is a big game. The run of results over the last few weeks hasn't been great for Nigel Pearson's men, and they're going into the game under a little bit of pressure to get a result. And of course, for players and managers, they will thrive under that sort of pressure, especially professional players and managers, etc. But it is a big game, and well, I don't see anything but 3 points it's a necessity, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Villa's been one of those funny grounds where over the years Leicester have had some great results there. I've been there a few times. I think I remember a Leicester Villa 4-4 draw a good few years ago. We've also that was a fantastic night game. But we have lost there as well, I think, quite heavily. I think we've had a 4-0 defeat there in the past 20 years. It's a funny ground. We can either do well there, and I think Sunday's game could be one of those games where I wouldn't want to put much money on it, Owen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously our record against Aston Villa sort of speaks for itself in terms of unpredictability. It's hard. It's going to be hard. Every game in the Premier League is hard, especially now. It's getting so competitive in professional football. But all Leicester can do is go there on Sunday, which is going to be slightly strange. Sunday 4 PM kickoff. And put a really good shift in, and hopefully it'll fall for them on the day, unlike it did against Liverpool on Tuesday, and hopefully they'll be able to grind a result out.
I'm going to put you on the spot now. Kasper or Hamer?
Well, for me, Kasper Schmeichel hasn't been playing as well as he possibly could. We saw a very good goalkeeper over the last few years, but I haven't seen him come out of his area and catch a ball or really just dominate his area over the last few weeks. But
a little bit nervous, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe you could say that, but
or unlucky.
Or is he being instructed to be? Is he being instructed to perform his goalkeeping in that sort of manner?
You certainly wouldn't find anybody more passionate about getting a result for Leicester.
No.
But he's just been a bit unlucky, I think. But whether that's nerves coming through, we've had some fans tweet us and send us some comments saying maybe a bit like Man City gave Joe Hart a rest last year. Maybe Kasper needs to be dropped or given a rest for a week or two and then come back fresh and fighting for it.
Yeah, you say that, but with Ben Hamer, of course, one Premier League appearance under his belt.
Yeah, the clean sheet.
Although that was a clean sheet, yeah. So I have faith, obviously, in Nigel Pearson's scouting network, and I believe that if Ben Hamer was to come in, then he would do just as good a job as Kasper Schmeichel would do, and with the extra motivation there, being able to keep his place, you wouldn't put it past him doing a better job at this point in time.
So, for this week's competition, we've got one of Dave Sullivan's SportingGlassware.com's beautiful little glass foxes still to give away. So I'm going to go for a prediction. I'm going to keep positive. I'm going to say Mahrez is going to score first. I'm going to say Leicester are going to win it 1-0, just poach a 1-0. What about yourself, Owen?
Well, it's a brave prediction, especially Riyad Mahrez with no sort of the chopping and changing the team every now and then.
I think he'll still be there.
I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory for Leicester City, and I'm going to go with Mark Albrighton to score the first goal against his former club.
It would be the perfect game to give him a starting role, especially he came on Tuesday with 10 odd minutes to go, 15 minutes. Did a little bit, but didn't have too much time, especially when we were down to 10 men.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mark Albrighton. He's in many ways an old-fashioned winger. He gets down the wing, whips crosses into the box, takes people on, pacey, and I'm sure he will be training so hard this week in order to get into that starting lineup on Sunday, because everyone wants to play against their former club. Proven
at Premiership level. I know lots of the Villa fans over the summer were very annoyed that they'd sold him. They thought he was one of their brightest players last season. So I'm sure he's got something to prove. Mm-hmm. And he's also got something to prove to Leicester fans and Leicester, the management. Perhaps he will get that starting role. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a great deal of him, and Aston Villa have. So to pick him up on a free transfer like we did, that I thought as a great bit of business, because I've always been an admirer of Mark Albrighton. So if he can come on and really light up the show in a way on Sunday, that would be great. We know what it's like at the King Power Stadium. Sod's law, any ex-Leicester players come to Leicester, they always score against us. So let's hope Albrighton can do it for Leicester against Villa. And we're asking all fans, fill in the comments box or send us an email with your predictions. Don't forget, it's first goal scorer followed by the final score, and you could win one of these lovely little foxes. Okay, so from myself, Phil, and from Owen,
it's goodbye.
Cheerio.